Rape is the nation's fastest growing crime. It was estimated in 1980 that 1 out of every 3 women would be sexually assaulted in her lifetime. In the 90s, it is estimated that 1 out of every 2 women will be sexually assaulted. 80% of rapes are committed by someone the woman knows. Almost 50% of all rapes are committed inside the victim's own home.
What do you want?
You'll find out. Just don't do anything stupid, you won't get hurt, okay?
Okay, look, don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I don't want to be hurt.
Shut up!
No! 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 Ow! Ow! 911!
The class teaches women to defend themselves against a single unarmed attacker in just 16 hours of very intense and realistic training. By actually using their new skills to fight off an assailant, women can gain the physical and psychological skills to fight back and win. Many women are buying various weapons and gadgets for protection and relying on them with their lives. The problem with any of these items are they can be taken away from you and used against you. Or if you are at home, most likely you won't even have them in your hands. These weapons give women a false sense of security and false confidence. With the proper self-defense training, any of these items would just enhance a woman's ability to defend herself because she knows she is not totally reliant on the weapon. And combined with the strategy and tactics that they are taught, it doesn't matter how small the woman may be. When a woman is attacked, she freezes in fear. She is unable to breathe or even move. In the first class, women learn to break this freeze response by first learning to say no, and second, how to work through their fears by fighting scared. The point is that you need to practice fighting scared or you won't be able to fight at all. The course has been developed from researching thousands of sex crimes that have been reported to the police and then analyzing the ways sex offenders attack women. Special techniques were developed to effectively stop a rapist's ability to rape. The class teaches you how to realistically and effectively defend yourself against the methods used by actual rapists. Because attackers will throw a woman on the ground, and sexual attacks normally take place on the ground, much of the class has been devoted to fighting on the ground. Women learn to use the element of surprise when they fight back and wait for an opening. Their reaction is pre-programmed.
If a woman doesn't feel she's worth protecting, she's not going to fight. Women are socialized into learning helplessness. It's very hard for women to express anger in our society because they have not been taught how, which causes many women to feel they don't have any power. They've been told this all their lives.
I've come away from this class feeling strong, a little more prepared, because they showed me how to take my fear and to turn it into anger, to use that anger towards any intimidating situation.
From this class, women learn to be assertive and aggressive. We teach them how to set boundaries. With setting boundaries and learning to negotiate, they are able sometimes to stop the fight before it begins.
This is the worst case scenario we're teaching. They learn to verbally negotiate with the assailant. If you can avoid or deflect an attack by verbally negotiating with someone, then do it.
Stop.
All I want to know is if you have a dime.
I don't have a dime. Please go away.
I want to get a hamburger.
I don't have a dime.
All I need is a dime.
Please go
Get a
away.
hamburger. I'm hungry.
Please go away.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
You won't get a dime?
No.
You rich down.
This course gives women the opportunity to increase their self-confidence, which helps the relationships both at home and at work.
The uniqueness of this program is the use of a padded assailant. The assailant is one of the instructors who wears 60 pounds of protective padding. It is Chris's job to portray as realistically as possible the behavior of an assailant. The protective gear allows women to go all out against a real attacker, and the armor prevents the male instructor from getting hurt.
Commonly asked how serious would the kicks be if I was not wearing all this equipment. The truth is, I wouldn't be able to survive the first fight.
A male and female instructor team work together to create a safe and supportive environment for each student.
I found them to be very understanding, very spiritually empowering. I was so afraid I was shaking during my first couple of classes. They really worked with me on it. They worked with my individual problems.
The instructors gave me the confidence to go into a fight and win it.
The male instructor has a martial arts background and teaches the proper fighting techniques. He is specifically trained to wear the padded suit and then portray the actions and characteristics of an assailant. In class, he attacks each student in an assault scenario and reacts realistically so they can see and feel what will work and what won't. The female instructor, once a student herself, is a trained and certified rape crisis counselor and is prepared to help students through any strong personal feelings the course may evoke. She will demonstrate the proper skills needed for personal empowerment. She stays with the women, helping them remain focused while developing strategic and powerful fighting techniques.
These instructors are probably about as professional as you can get, because it takes a lot of sensitivity and high professionalism to be able to get or convey to the students or bring out the self-confidence that it takes to be able to put yourself in this situation.
For many women who have been assaulted in their past, this course allows them to recover quicker and heal faster emotionally. They can return to living more confidently and less fearful.
The most obvious benefit of taking this class is that it increases a woman's environmental awareness. In the police reports that I've studied, if women had been trained to recognize possibly dangerous situations, they could have avoided it and the assault would not have happened.
Some people say that a woman should not fight because she might get hurt. Here's what the Justice Department says about fighting back. A woman is far less likely to be raped if she fights back against her attacker, but a woman who does fight back is more likely to be injured.
I'm asked the question, don't you run a risk that you're teaching women how to deal with an assailant, but if they deal with a real rapist, they might get hurt by fighting back? And what do you think is going to happen to a woman if she doesn't protect herself? Critics on fighting back commonly tell women, don't fight or you're going to get hurt. But what they don't tell you is that you're going to get hurt in a much, much deeper way, and that's inside. So you get hurt, so you scrape your arm or you sprain your ankle. So what? That's nothing if you don't have to carry around the emotional scars inside you for the rest of your life. We don't tell women that they have to fight back. We just give them a tool. We give them a choice. If they want to fight back, great, then they fight back. But if they feel by fighting back that they're going to get killed, then by all means submit to the rape. Because the real point about all of this is that you come out of it a winner. And if you're alive and you've been raped, so what? Just as long as you're alive, that makes you a winner.
Few graduates are ever tested outside the classroom. But that's the point. If you don't act like a victim, you may not become one.